How to avoid those awkward moments on your Camino. This is going to be interesting. See you after the intro. We have all experienced those moments in life where you just want to close your eyes and disappear. You can't believe what just happened. These moments can occur anywhere, including the Camino. Let's explore a few situations and see what we can do to wriggle out of the awkward moment and retain a bit of dignity. Let me set the stage for this one. You just arrived in the village. You walk around the Plaza Mayor, look at the cathedral, look at the outdoor restaurant terraces filled with people. You're not the only pilgrim in the plaza with a backpack, but your numbers are so few that people look at you curiously. Then, all of a sudden, you trip on a cobblestone and fall flat on your back. You've never experienced this before and instinctively try to sit up, but you can't. Your backpack is so heavy, you just flail your arms and legs with no movement in the desired direction. People are starting to get up from their tables to come over and see if they can help you. You're just lying there looking like a turned upside down turtle. So let's go outside and I'll show you how to get up with a heavy backpack. Hey, thanks for joining me out here in my backyard on my lovely fake grass. Hey, I live in the desert. You can't grow grass here. Anyway, just imagine you're in the middle of the Plaza Mayor and you tripped on that cobblestone and you're down on your back. You look like a turtle flailing around and you try to get up and you just can't because your pack is too heavy. Here's what you do. You roll over to your side. You get on your hands and knees, and then you stand up, just like that. Here's our next scenario. Your body functions aren't quite back to normal since you've only been in Spain walking for just a few days. You're out in the middle of who knows where and who cares, but the urge hits. What do? I always carry a plastic bag and some toilet paper with me, and I tuck it into this little side pocket right here, so it's handy. This is just one of those bags that you can get at the grocery store, and you put vegetables and fruit in it, but you know it's handy for a lot of things. But back to the mission. Try your best to find a place off of the trail and away from any eyes. Trees work well. Also, tucking down in a cornfield or a wheat field does the trick. Do your business, then clean up everything, place it in your plastic bag or two, and take it with you. Find a trash can somewhere, perhaps the next village, and deposit it. These things happen. Don't be embarrassed, just be discreet. Oh, and don't forget to replenish your plastic bags the next time you're at a grocery store. For this next scenario, let's return to that grocery store and revisit the fruit and vegetable area. Look around. Do you see a sign that says, no tocar? This means don't touch. You see, often in the stores that have an exclusive section for fruit and vegetables, you'll have an attendant that'll take care of all your needs. All you need to do is let them know what you want and when you want to eat it. Yes, you're going to need some Spanish for this. Un melocotón para comer hoy, or one peach to eat today. The attendant will then select with great pride the perfect peach for you. They'll weigh it, package it, and present it to you as a gift. You say gracias and go pay for it along with whatever else you're getting. So what if there's no attendant? Not a problem, as long as you know the rules. Never, and I repeat, never use your bare hands to touch a fruit or a vegetable. Look around you and you'll find a roll of plastic bags, and then next to that, a box of plastic gloves. Put on the gloves and then you can select your items and place them in the plastic bag. If you just take the bagged items up to the checkout, well, you're about to have a very awkward moment as the cashier has to stop everything, go back to the fruit and vegetable area, weigh your item, put the sticker on the bag, then return to their register. All the while, all the people in line are mumbling not very nice things about that person who is wasting everyone's time. My friend Timothy of the famous Timothy and Sharon, who live in Galicia, did these videos for me that you just watched. And Timothy also put together a little collage of some videos that he took in his local market. So sit back and enjoy Timothy's video. This next suggestion is a sticky one, but it could help you avoid an awkward moment between friends. Here's the scene. You and your friend or friends decide to do a 2-week Camino. A couple of days into the trip, you find that your idea of what this Camino was going to be is totally different than that of your fellow Pilgrim friends. You're stuck with them for another 10 days of constant chatter, frequent stops, no desire to stop at churches or historical sites, not your idea of what a Camino was going to be. How do you gracefully exit the group and find the Camino that you're seeking? By being tactfully honest. Honesty can foster trust and integrity, which can lead to a better relationship among your friends. You need to let them know that your needs are not being met and you need to change the way you're walking this Camino. This may be walking alone during the day and meeting up with them at your planned albergue that evening. Or perhaps you may want to walk a greater distance one day and then place yourself ahead of the group and their planned stages. Learning to make a difficult decision such as this one is perhaps the lesson that the Camino intended to teach you. Remember, this is your Camino. You can walk alongside of others, but each step is yours to make on your own. It really is a solo journey accented with every color of the rainbow in experiences and people along the way. Here's one more awkward moment that can be dodged. Trying to pay for whatever you just purchased with a credit card, and the business doesn't take credit card. They only take cash. Yeah, you know that old-fashioned paper and coin currency that we used to use? You see, once upon a time in the magical world called El Camino, cash was the only currency accepted. No one had credit card transaction devices. The banks charged fees for those, and not using them kept their costs down. Then along came COVID. Paper money and coins were no longer accepted. The banks took advantage of this and came up with fancy devices that were touchless, and, well, you know the story. Now, in post-COVID times, businesses are left with these bank-owned devices and the outrageous fees associated with using them. More and more businesses are returning to the cash-only system. I have a good friend, Matthew, who drives a taxi in Murcia. Recently, in conversation, he told me of the numbers involved in using the remote bank credit device. It was pretty outrageous. A lot of money going directly to the bank. He said now that they don't have to use the tap and pay, cash is allowed again, and most of those smaller privately owned taxis are operating cash only. Now, the big companies that service, airports and similar high volume traffic areas, they still accept credit cards, but they're the only ones. Also, I've noticed in the past couple of years that more and more businesses are going back to cash only. All of the major grocery stores and the hotels use the card readers, but the small operations are returning to a cash only system. So, avoid that awkward situation by asking before you order your dinner or get into a taxi, do you accept credit cards or Apple Pay or digital wallets? If not, make sure you have plenty of euros in your wallet. Music time. Georges Bizet composed the music for the opera Carmen in 1875. The opera takes place in southern Spain, Seville, and the surrounding area. Carmen is a fiery gypsy who seduces men to their demise. Her last conquest is Escamillo, a bullfighter. I won't spoil the plot, but it doesn't end well for Carmen. The last act, Act 4, takes place outside the bull ring in Seville. The scene opens with the music Aragonese, which is a traditional dance from Aragon, the region in northeast Spain. Of course, this was written for full orchestra with the oboe, the clarinet, and the flute on the main themes. I've arranged this for 6 horns so that all the parts could be covered. Please enjoy.